I've been upgrading my DJI Avata 2 into an absolute beast. It's got more power, better control, and custom upgrades that make it insane to fly. In this video, I'm going to share a few new upgrades I've been playing around with on my Avata 2 while capturing some amazing scenes. Let's get into it. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the newest upgrades that I've been putting on my DJI Avata 2. For the last few months, I've been trying out different upgrades and just seeing what's good on the Avata 2 and what's not. And so I found a couple new other ones that I've been really excited to share. So today, we're in a couple beautiful locations. I'm going to take up the Avata 2, share all the different accessories that I've been putting on. The first upgrade that I'm going to talk about is the custom propellers on my DJI Avata 2. In the last video that I made on my DJI Avata 2 upgrades, I used these stealth propellers that I got from Master Airscrew, and they were these really good, stealthy, lightweight propellers. They made the drone a little bit quieter, but I got a lot of comments on that last video saying that, yeah, this wasn't really like the best custom propellers that you could get for the Avata 2. Check out the ones from HQ Prop. So I ended up getting the ones from HQ Prop, and honestly, they are so much better. Right away, I noticed that the sturdiness of them and the quality was much better than the stealth propellers. They are 4-blade propellers, and they're supposed to be a lot better, a lot quicker. So I'm really excited to test them out today. The original propellers on the DJI Avata 2 have 3 blades, whereas these ones from HQ Prop have 4 blades, just the same as the stealth propellers that I was sharing a few videos ago for the Avata 2 upgrades. HQ Prop makes tons of different parts and accessories for different types of FPV drones, mainly for custom drones. I'm really excited to test these out because they do feel sturdier, better. They're gonna give a little bit more power, a little bit more control. I'm curious to see how much noise they make. If you're looking for a quick upgrade for the Avata 2, I think propellers are like the way to go because it's relatively cheap, only like $5. I think they even sent me like a whole bunch more with my order, so it takes like less than 5 minutes to change the props on your drone, and you can basically see the results of if it made a big difference right from when you lift off. So speaking of lifting off, let's do that. The first few flights on these props actually feel really nice. Honestly, I actually like them better than the Master Airscrew stealth propellers that I was using before. The control with these props is actually pretty great. I was able to do great dives with these, and I felt like I had more control. The noise level is actually lower than the original DJI Avata 2 propellers, which are the 3-blade ones. These are actually still quieter, and they're at a level which I'm actually really happy with. One of the pet peeves I had with the original DJI Avata and the original stock DJI Avata 2 was the fact that the propellers and the motors mixed together were just so high-pitched and loud. They would just instantly attract so much attention. So any way that I could find to bring that noise down was something that I was like really looking for. So these props do the trick. I'm really happy with them. Let me show you the next upgrade. All right, this next upgrade that I've been playing around with for the last little bit is this Start RC action camera mount for the DJI Avata 2. This mount is something that you clip on the center of your Avata 2, and it allows you to attach any sort of action camera to it. So for me right now, I have the GoPro Hero 11 strapped onto my Avata 2. I've tried to mount other things on my FPV drones in the last few months, like even my Osmo Pocket 3, which was just a crazy experience. I I highly recommend you go check out that video because it was so fun to film. And the Osmo Pocket 3 isn't something that you technically like should put on an FPV drone, but anyways, I did it. This mount is super lightweight, and you basically clip it on. Use the classic action camera mount to just strap on whatever camera that you want to do. You can even strap on lights, like really anything that you want. This one from Strata RC is super lightweight, and I really like the fact that it's super easy to clip on and off, and it's a stable hold. A lot of the times for my other FPV drones, I had these 3D printed parts, which are great, but after one crash, they just completely break. Like, they're unfixable. You need to print a new one. This one from Strata RC is made from a really lightweight plastic, very sturdy, but also doesn't add a ton of weight to your FPV drone. Another nice little thing is that it has these like stands for the bottom of the drone, so it actually allows you to have like a little bit more elevation. So if you're taking off like I am, kind of near a little bit of gravel, it gives you that little bit of lift so that your propellers don't accidentally nick anything. Like a nice little extra feature. I'm gonna try out another shot with the car here in this beautiful location. I'm gonna test out how the shots look on my GoPro Hero 11 and then stabilize that in post. So yeah, let's take off. Just landed with the GoPro strapped on. The Avata 2 was able to carry the weight of the GoPro. Usually sometimes in the past, I've had moments where it's just overheated, there's just too much weight, the battery drains quickly, but actually surprisingly enough, the battery held up really well. The GoPro stayed on an angle that I set it at. I was kind of worried at higher speeds it would kind of tilt back or forwards or flop around, but the Start RC action camera mount holds it in place super well. So this GoPro was recording at 5.3K, slightly above 4K. It's got a good sensor. I love the colors on GoPro. Nice to have something that you can mount and get additional extra quality. Sometimes I feel like the image quality on the Avata 2 is great during daylight, but as soon as you start to look into the shadows, it gets a little bit grainy. And when the sun goes down, it does get a lot grainier. So it's easy to clip off and on. And literally with the GoPro attached, all I have to do is pinch the sides here, and then it releases and the bottom releases, and then I'm able to just fly with the Avata 2 normally. I highly recommend grabbing one of these if you just want to try strapping a different action camera on it, get some higher quality footage. And like I mentioned before, go check out that DJI Osmo Pocket 3 video where I strapped that onto my other FPV drone. The shots from that one turned out really insane. We actually shot in the same location for that video too, so go check it out. But yeah, let's move on to the next location and the next few upgrades. Alrighty, we are at location number 2, and I'm going to be sharing the other 2 upgrades I have for my Avata 2. But before I do, I wanted to quickly mention 2 small things. One is that I have a website that I released a few months ago. I basically poured out all of my knowledge about FPV into this blog, and I have so many articles written. It was completely written by me, no AI used or anything, and it's free to access, and you can find so much information there about the best beginner drones, the best accessories to buy, how to get clients, how to work with hotels and resorts for free. There's so much knowledge over there. It's completely free to access. You just open up the browser. I built it on Notion. It's great. So go check that out. The second thing I wanted to mention is my core LUTs for the Avata 2. These are 10 drag and drop LUTs that I created specifically for the camera on the Avata 2. All you have to do is download the files, you drag and drop them and plop them onto your footage, and it creates amazing colors. So you got to shoot in D-Log mode, but from there it's really easy to just choose the kind of style and the feel of your footage that you want. I'll link my core LUTs for the Avata 2 down in the description below, so go check those out as well. Now let's get on to the next upgrades. Upgrade number 3 that I'm going to be talking about is by far one of the most popular upgrades on my channel. I get comments on this all the time, but funny enough, actually, because of this, many people don't know about it. So that's why I think so many people are really interested in this one specifically. What I have in my hands right now is the Avata 2 with a Vifly LED light strip. I've been using this one for the last few months and have been absolutely loving it. It's one of those upgrades that's just really easy to slip on and off. It's easy to turn on and off. It's easy to charge. And the great thing is this thing is really lightweight. There's no need to tape anything or super glue anything on it. And it has a built-in battery that lasts a long time. You can charge it with USB-C, and it has so many different light modes built into it. A few months ago, I was flying the Beta FPV Pavo 20 Pro drone, and that drone was this small little Cinewhoop, and it had a built-in LED strip that fed off of the power of the LiPo battery. But anyways, that was the first time that I'd ever seen and used an LED light strip on an FPV drone. That was one of the standout features of the drone and why I loved it so much. There were several shoots that I did where I really love the fact that I could turn on the LED strip and have it fly around and have my talent be able to see where the drone is, see when the drone's turning around, and if the drone accidentally went down or anything, the LED strip would allow me to see where the drone is much easier. That aside, for all the practical uses of it, it's actually just so fun to have, and I love just being able to turn on any different light mode that I like and have it just soar around. I think it's great for sunset shoots and places when you're flying indoors or in darker environments. At the end of the day, like, it's just something to help you stand out as a drone pilot. I think it's just super cool to have. I think it's a head turner, and I think other people just want to see these types of things and just get it for themselves. For the second location, I threw on the Vifly LED strip onto my drone, took it off to capture some more epic shots. Overall, I'm really digging this upgrade on my Avata 2, and they have some for the DJI Neo 2, for the Neo 1, and I'm sure they're going to be releasing it for the Avata 360. So this is something awesome to pick up if you're an Avata 2 pilot. It's inexpensive. They're awesome to have on your drone. They're easy to take on and off, built-in battery. I personally love it, and it's one of those fun things that I can just add to my drone to personalize it and customize it. So with that being said, let's move on to the final and most recent upgrade that I've made to my Avata 2 setup. What I have in my hand right now is the DJI Controller 3 with my latest upgrade. These are the 533 Ripsticks, which are custom controller knobs for my DJI Controller 3. I saw these just a couple of months ago and I had to order some for myself. These are super lightweight but extra grippy controller knobs. I really wanted to test out to see if this actually made any difference, and after a whole bunch of flights and actually flying with them throughout this entire video, they actually do make a huge difference, and I'm super happy I got these. The original controller knobs I noticed that they're very rounded on the sides, but grippy on the top. And I think DJI has this sort of layout for their drone controllers where they think that a lot of people fly with their thumbs. But for FPV pilots specifically, a lot of pilots, including myself, love to do the pinch method where you're sort of pinching the controller knobs and you're controlling it that way. I think it gives more precision in your flight. I noticed that the original knobs for the DJI controllers, they were very smooth around the edges, so it was kind of hard to pinch. I'd have to put a lot of pressure. But when I put these 533 Ripsticks on, not only are they super lightweight and easy to install and put on, they're extra grippy. So I have to use less force to pinch the controller knobs. My fingers just basically stick to it, and it made my flights feel more like I was in the flow. I wasn't preparing myself to have to shift my hands over and re-pinch again. It just made the process of flying so much more relaxed because I knew I had good grip on my controller. Now, this specific style of the 533 Ripsticks is not the only style that you can get from 533. If you are someone who likes to fly with their thumbs and you want extra grip, they have different styles of these custom controller knobs that can fit any type of flying that you want. Flying with these control knobs for the last couple of weeks, I'm so happy with them, and it's something that I'm going to be putting on my future drone controllers for sure. Again, this is not a super expensive upgrade. I'll leave a link down to these below. On that note, let me know what upgrades you liked in this video, which ones you've tried, or which ones that you've put on your drones that have made the biggest difference. I'd love to hear about them and for others to see what other upgrades there are on the markets. Let's connect on Instagram. I got a couple different trips coming up. I'm heading to Iceland tomorrow to film a bunch of content, and then I'm heading to China and Bali. So there's going to be lots and lots of content coming in the next few months. So you definitely don't want to miss out. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Peace.